What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. I'm out here today on Lake Gaston. Now, I know a lot of y'all have been asking me when I'm going to come back to Lake Gaston. I'm back out here today, and I'm actually doing some pre-fishing for a tournament that I have coming up tomorrow. Now, today's conditions are a lot different than what tomorrow's conditions are going to be. Today, it's pretty cool. We've had some really chilly nights that have dropped the water temps substantially. They're 61 right now, but basically it's going to get cold again tonight, and tomorrow is supposed to be extremely cloudy and rainy. So definitely different conditions. But what I wanted to do was come out here and just find some areas and check some areas to see if they have fish on them at this moment. So that way tomorrow when I come back here, I can kind of have a little bit of confidence in some areas instead of coming here completely in the blind. You never want to do that in a tournament because you waste a lot of time running around trying to find fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off flipping some docks, kind of go from there. I talked to a guy a little earlier. He hadn't done much at all, so hopefully we can figure something out and catch us a big one. All right, we're going to start off with the old speed crawl. Got that on a 4/0 hammer hook, which is available at Cause Bait and Tackle. I've been using that hook for a while now, and it's done pretty darn good. I've been a big owner guy, but I gotta admit that this hook has done me pretty well. So we're gonna start off flipping these docks, and we're gonna see if we can get a couple bites. I'm not gonna beat on it. You know, if I get some bites and get a few fish to thump it, then we're gonna move on and check some other places. But, you know, like I said, I talked to a guy when I was coming in here, and he fishes here a lot, does well in tournaments, and he said it has been rough out here today. So hopefully we figure something out. There's one. Got that one. Oh, it's a little one. Hey, he's back here today. Little teeny guy. Got him on that hammer hook. And that sucker right there has been caught before. You can see on his nose right there and in his mouth. He's been caught before. Little guy, I don't think he's a keeper. I don't think he's quite 12. He might be 12, but get back in there. There's one fish, not what we're looking for. All right, so we've been fishing for about 15 minutes, somewhere in there, and caught one, little one. That's not terrible. Just had to see if we can get a few more bites and kind of duplicate this. Like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to just beat on them at all. I'm just trying to find, you know, areas where there's some groups of fish at. And I mean, that fish there definitely is not going to do me any good whatsoever. Now, if I get another bite back here, then I'm going to roll. There's one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Good. That's a nice one. It might be a bed up there. All right, we got to get out of here. Yep. All right, we're gonna swing that dude in. He was right there by that dock. Get in here. That's a chunk. Close to 3-pounder. Not quite that. Ooh, a bass just chased right there. The hammer hook locked him in too. It's a 2-something. He's beat up. Tail beat up. That fish probably up there on the bed actually. Got to remember where that dude is. Thank you. Get back in there. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll. I'm not gonna stay in here and catch any more fish. As much as I would like to, that's not what we're going on trying to do today. So I'm gonna ease up there and look and see if it is bed up here. I don't think it is. All All right, so we kind of got something figured out. So we're gonna go run somewhere else. I know y'all might think that's crazy, but there's no need. If I'm gonna come in here tomorrow, there's no need to sit here and beat on these fish. So let's make a move. All right. Red Bull Dragon Fruit. That bad boy is good. All right, so we just pulled up on some more docks, and these are not in a pocket. These are docks that are kind of on the main creek. So we're gonna flip these, see if we can catch some fish on these as well. They're usually pretty good, and we're kind of gonna go from there. So it might be like the small pockets, like that one right over here. There's somebody in there fishing them. But it might be the small pockets that have the fish, and not, you know, fish haven't come back out on the main creek, or, you know, some post-spawn fish might have pulled up on these pockets right here. So kind of got to figure that out and see what we're working with. Blowing right here is making it a little bit difficult to fish these docks real effectively. I probably should fish them with the wind, but we're just kind of gonna fish them kind of fast and see what we get. Go up underneath of them. Water here is kind of deep out here in front of this. I mean, we're sitting in 14, 15 foot of water. It's a little bit too deep. Oh, no. What is down there? I do not want to lose my freaking hook. If anybody's wondering how strong 23-pound Balzac's copolymer is, here you go. God, I'm pulling my boat back into the dock. Oh, doggone it, man. Not want to lose my freaking hook. All right, so just picked up the chatterbait. I'm gonna fish through this little section right here with the chatterbait up to them docks. And then we're gonna break around that corner, and I'm gonna flip them docks that are in the little creek, a little finger. And then we're gonna run out and go somewhere else, check some other stuff. Several different places I wanna check today. And I'm not gonna beat anything up. I'm gonna try several different techniques. Oh God, there was a nice bass right there. Nice freaking bass, just bit it right in the boat. I actually saw him. Darn. I think that was my second cast with the chatterbait, with the jackhammer. Shoot. Wasn't a giant, but it was definitely a keeper. It looked like it was over 14 inches. Ooh, there's one. There's a nice one. Yeah, that's a spot, I think. Yep, that's a nice spot. Whoop, he just flipped back in the water. That's all right. He was right on the corner of that dock. So there we go. Furthest area back in, or furthest docks back in, and there was a nice fish. He was right on the corner. I mean, right on it. All right. Well, Got bit again. I might pick the buzz bait up and throw it around back here. I'm not going to flip anymore, but got bit. That's what we're looking for. And that was a solid, you know, that was a 1.5 pound, 1.75 pound spot right there. All right, so we got a couple bites on the jackhammer coming into this pocket. So we're gonna throw this thing around some of these docks. Threw the buzz bait around a while and didn't generate any bites. So want to make sure we're not missing a potential moving bait bite around these docks. You know, top water might not be the deal right now, but I did get 2 bites coming in to this pocket on this jackhammer. One of them was a pretty decent fish, probably a spot, but it was a nice fish. And I don't want to flip these docks because I'm pretty sure I'll catch some more fish on them, and I need them for tomorrow. Ooh, there's one on the jackhammer. God knows, I think this is a good one. It is. I mean, a doggone good one, I mean. Come here. Get in here. I mean, we're talking 3 pounder. We're talking jackhammer right up there by that head wall. Come on, pop off of there. All right, we gotta roll. We can't sit here and catch these doggone fish. I'll check that out. Solid one. I mean, that's a solid sucker right there. So he was right on the side of that head wall right there that comes out. Nice fish. All right, good deal. Thank you, bud. Doggone chunk. Well, they'll eat the jackhammer. I'm gonna ease up there, see if there's a bed up there just to make sure. Probably gonna run completely out of here. Run and check some more pockets down the lake. No need to sit in here and beat on fish that I know are here. I mean, I just picked up the jackhammer, caught a nice one on it. So I know if I want to go to a moving bait bite, I can pick this up. I got other bites coming into this pocket on the jackhammer as well. So I'm gonna just keep that in mind and be in here first thing in the morning, fish it kind of all day. But I want to go check some other stuff just to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything, because there's potential that somewhere down the lake it could be, you know, something else could really be going on. I'm gonna switch this buzz bait over to a white one once we get to wherever we're going. I'm gonna put a silver blade and put on a white horny toad. All right, we're gonna make a move down the lake. All right, come back into another creek, see if we get bit, if they're kind of in the same location, and if they are, we'll continue on with that. We don't want to skip the jig right now. We're just kind of hitting the outside of everything. Hopefully I can eliminate some of this water or some of these rods on my deck. There's one. Get out of there. He was up under that dock pretty far. All right. Right under that dock. Little dude. Got the black spots on him. Flipped up over that boat slip right there. And he bit it. Thank you, bud. So, under a dock. They are there. Oh, that line is shredded. I mean, that line's shredded. Whenever you get a fish like that, and literally I knew that my line was over that rusty metal I-beam, and my line was going to get shredded. You just have to try to get the fish up and cannot put a lot of pressure on them. I mean, look at my line right there, completely shredded all the way down. So if you know you're doing that, you can't hoss them. Take your time, get the fish up, you know, out, go over to him if you have to, because if you keep pressure on him and really try to get him over, especially if it's a big fish, you're just gonna break your line, and it isn't worth it. I've done it. It's dumb. You know, sometimes in the heat of the moment you forget what you're doing and you get crazy if it's a big fish, and you end up losing a fish that could really matter in a tournament. So just take your time with him. If you got to go over there and get him, just go over there and get him. All right, so I'm idling out of the back of this pocket. Just caught that one fish off that dock, put the flipping stick down, started throwing the jackhammer just to see if I could get another fish on that. Got one bite from a small spot, and I was talking to a couple guys in the back of the pocket that fished earlier today. They're fishing the cat tournament tomorrow, and they said they did okay. They caught some fish on the main lake. So we're gonna go out there and do a little bit of exploring on the main lake and some pockets kind of off that, and see if we get bit. If we don't, then we'll kind of know what to do tomorrow. We'll come in P Hill and fish this all day, or maybe we'll find something out there and maybe get on a big bite and something kind of consistent that we can run to tomorrow morning. So let's head out there, see if we can get us a big one. Whew, we're gonna have to put our hoodie back on. Jeez, it is chilly. God, we got this grass. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw the buzz bait. I'm gonna throw the buzz bait in here. I hate that damn thing. Nice to have so you don't beat on your trolling motor and all, but pretty darn aggravating. So we're gonna go with the buzz bait. Got this off-color water. See if we can get our darn big girl and let a fish give us a bite that really kind of tells us something. Probably gonna fish through this whole pocket with this. Might flip some of these docks back in the back, see if I get bit on that. This more off-color water, I'm gonna leave this black on. Let me skip the jig a little bit. We're gonna skip this a little bit, see if we get bit. If we don't, then we're gonna roll out. There he is. Little guy up underneath that dock. Little teeny spotted bass. Whoop. Chill out, bud. Little teeny guy up there biting on that jig. I just picked that thing up and threw it under there. Still the back of the pocket. I knew he was small by the way he was biting it. He just kept on pecking at it, so I figured I'd put the hook in his tail. So basically, I feel like if I just rotate water in P Hill, the backs of pockets, that's probably going to be my best chance to get a limit, and a decent limit at that. Because out here on when I came to the main lake fishing in these pockets, not getting bit like I was in P Hill, I can tell you that. So I'm gonna run and I'm gonna flip some grass at one spot, and I'm gonna check that. And if I don't get bit in there, we might just call it, because I kind of know what I'm gonna do. I don't need to really run anything else, because that's really gonna tell me kind of what I want to see. I just want to hit a little bit of grass at certain spots. Just don't want to be missing out on that grass bite, because when that thing's on, it can be really, really good. last cast right here. I think we found what we needed to find. I think we have found what we needed to find. I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I know where I'm gonna run to. I know probably where I'm gonna stay all day. So, got a little game plan in place. Caught a few fish today, didn't kill them, which I wasn't planning on doing that anyway, but that's it. Got to spool up a few things for tomorrow. Got to do that tonight. And got to put some of these rods in the rod locker. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. But I will see y'all in the morning, which that will be on my next video, of course. All right, we just got the boat pulled out and wiped down. I think I found something halfway solid for tomorrow. And the reason I say that is because I was catching fish doing it, and then when I left that area, I stopped getting bit. So I think that area that I was in is just where I'm gonna fish all day tomorrow. I'm going to just jump from one spot to the next and really rotate, just get a rotation going of those docks and of those small pockets, and just fish them with a lot of different baits. The fish are in there, they're there to be caught. I just got to get lucky and get a good one or a couple good ones. I think it's going to take some weight to win tomorrow, but conditions are going to be different. You know, clouds have rolled in. You know, earlier it was real sunny, but tomorrow's going to be cloudy and it's supposed to rain in the afternoon. So that moving bait bite might come into play, but tonight is going to be really cold again. So it's going to drop the water temps even more, which kind of sucks, but you know, that's fishing. Everybody's got to fish in the same conditions. So that's kind of the way you got to look at it. So anyway, I'm going to drag this thing home. I got to respool some reels. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my tournament that I'm fishing out here tomorrow. And I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.